this is the case in this country? Why are illegal immigrants treated better than our veterans?
I think that what has happened is we have too many government expanded programs, and we've reached across the border, and we've forgotten our own common man. Look, we have to identify that we do have an illegal immigration issue going on. In the city of Huntington Park, for example, they were starting to hire illegal immigrants to run the city, saying they're good people, they're nice people. It's that we don't think that illegal immigrants aren't nice and good people. They're here illegally. And anything that you do illegally against the law, against the Constitution, then we fail ourselves. The Constitution says we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and domestic tranquility. That is the problem in America right now. We have too many internal issues. We are segregating ourselves, and we cannot continue to have that happen.
Now, I will say, in watching the speech itself, I looked online. You can find it on different websites. I was listening to him, and it's a pretty lengthy speech that he gave. And I would say, aside from whether or not illegal immigrants are being treated better, I took it as in like the topic itself, as the veterans themselves. When it comes to medical, he brought up how someone at one of the debates had gone up to him and told him how he had waited 7 days to be seen. And just that in itself, I think, even aside from illegal immigrants, just the proper needs that they have, medical or everything.
Can you imagine, here you are, you're in a country that you serve, you sacrifice your life, your time, your energy away from your family and your wife and kids just to come back home and be treated like a third world citizen? I mean, a lot of veterans that you went to a war with, you look and you drive down the street and you say, hey, I knew that guy. He had my back. And you can barely take care of yourself. We don't have our priority issues in place. There's a mental health growing within the veteran community, and Mr. Trump identifies that. Mr. Trump sees that we have to siege what is going on in the urban communities, what is happening on a statewide level, and take care of home first before we can continue to fix everybody else.
And now he supposedly raised a ton of money, for veterans, but there's this question: where did that money go, or what is it being used for? What's your take on that?
Well, Mr. Trump has already disclosed that. He's already disclosed the numbers. The media constantly want to make it seem like Mr. Trump is not being a contributor towards life. Most people who are contributors are very private about that. And being a private businessman, you have to understand that is how he's always operated. But the media kept pressing that, oh, did you really give to the veterans? And then when he said he gave to the veterans, he gave the amount that he gave to the veterans. They are still not happy. Look, he is on point. He's hungry, he's excited, he's got his train behind him. I'm on that train, and I hope that you come on that train with us and make a difference and make America great again.
Oh, I will say, at least as it goes for the support that he has with the veterans, it's a good thing to tie in, and it's a good thing for him to put out there because people will relate to that, and it's something that you do want support in. So at least it's a good point, that he's making.
He keeps saying, let's make America great again, but again, the media, I don't know if it's just the media that's portraying it this way. I know you work, with him, but they're saying he's not giving details as to how. He's just kind of all talk. What is your take on that?
Well, I mean, how could you not say America's having problems? We need to make America great again because we can look at the situation. We talk about the homeless, we talk about the illegal immigration, we talk about the infrastructure of how we are segregating ourselves from one another. Look at the people who come out and they wave the Mexican flag versus the American flag. This is the United States of America. We're supposed to be united. I mean, if they want so much detail out of Mr. Trump, they need to go look at Hillary, because that is the problem right there. Here's a lady who's arrogant and who's crooked. Here's a lady who sits back, who talks about emails and kind of fluffs off the media, fluffs off the American people. We don't want anyone like that. We want someone who's poignant and strong. We speak of America in a female term. She's finally got a man who has some kahunas going to run this country.
Well, now I can see that you're very passionate about what you speak of.
Thank you for joining us.
We appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate
being come on
here.
again?
Trump train, absolutely. When he becomes the president, I'll be back.
Well,